Hello friends, in today's tutorial we are making this beautiful dress for a 1 to 2-year-old baby girl. This tutorial is very detailed. I'll be sharing with you how I stitched it up on the sewing machine as well. If this is something you are interested in, then please watch till the end. Grab your fabric and let's get right into the details. So I have here my fabric piece. I have two pieces of fabric on fold. This is the folded end and it is folded into 4 pieces. I'm working with the cotton fabric and I'm using 1 yard of fabric to make this dress. The length of my fabric is 8.5 inches and I also have a width of 6.75 inches. I'm going to input my shoulder length of 4 inches at the top this way, and then I'll mark it out on the fabric. Then from that point I'm going to go down by 4.5 inches for my chest line, and then I'll mark that as well. Next thing to do is to connect both points with a straight line. I will then input a quarter of my bust measurement. I'm working with 6 inches for this child. I'll mark that across and then I'll connect a straight line. Then on the waistline, I'm going to input 6 inches for the waist of this child as well. Mark that, and then you connect a straight line from the chest line to touch the waistline. We'll then go ahead to input half an inch from the sides and then slant a curved line towards the center front of this dress so that we can have a bit of shaping at the waistline. I'll then draw in my armhole curve after this. For the neckline, I'm doing a neck width of 2 inches and a neck depth of 2 inches for the front neckline of this dress. So draw in your neckline. And I'll slope the shoulder by half an inch and connect a straight line to touch the neck. So when you are done with this, you are going to cut this out. I'll cut out the waist region, cut out the sides, then I would also cut out the armhole area. So before I cut out the neck, I'll input 1 inch for my back neck depth. So mark that and also draw in your back neck curve. Then you go ahead and complete the cutout for the back first, after which I will take out the back piece and then I would complete the cutting of the front neckline. So I'm cutting out the front neckline. So this is the piece for the front, and then I have the back piece here. The next thing you are going to do is to join the shoulders together on the sewing machine on half an inch. So I'll be showing you this process on my sewing machine. Stitch it down by half an inch on both shoulders, and if you have a serger or an overlocker at home, you need to clean the edges so you can have a neat finish on this dress. So I'll be doing that alongside. After joining the shoulders, I'm going to be using a bias tape to clean the armhole of this dress. I have here my bias strip. I would stitch down the bias strip on the armhole. I'm stitching down on the crease line on the bias tape. So stitch the entire armhole with this bias tape so you can have a very beautiful finish. So when you are done, you fold in the ends of the bias tape towards the wrong side of the dress and then you top stitch this down. So you stitch very close to the edge of the bias strip. So this is going to give the armhole a clean and neat finish. So I'll be repeating the same process for the other armhole as well. My bias strip is also 1 inch in width. Remember to press it after you are done stitching down. So I finished off the armhole. This is what it looks like, looking very neat and beautiful. So the next thing we are going to do is to create the cutout at the center front where we will be placing our placket later on. So what you are going to do next is fold in only the front part of the bodice and then fold it into two. Make sure that they are properly aligned on the sides. Then you slash open the center front of this blouse. So this dress has buttons in front, so there's a need for us to create this opening where we'll place our placket. So I'm going to be closing the sides of this dress. I'll stitch down the front and then the back on the sewing machine on 1/2 inch on the sides of the dress. So I'm currently stitching down the sides together and I'm stitching down on 1/2 inch. So I repeat the same process for the other side of the dress, and the top is almost done. We are going to be setting this aside so we can work on the bottom part of the skirt, and we'll later complete the top. So for the skirt, I have here a piece of fabric. This fabric has a total width of 33 inches. And it also has a length of 33 inches. So what you are going to do next is you are going to be folding this fabric diagonally, because the skirt is actually a flared skirt at the bottom. Make sure that the fabric is properly aligned. From the apex of this fabric, I'm going to be going down by 15 inches for the radius of this skirt. So mark 15 inches at the bottom and rotate your tape while marking out the 15 inches. So this is going to be the waistline of my skirt. So mark it across while rotating the tape. Then we are going to be inputting the length of the skirt. I'm going to be working with a total length of 10.5 inches. So from where we have the waistline of the skirt, go down by 10.5 inches and then mark, and keep rotating your tape so you can get a very beautiful hemline for the skirt. So I'm going to cut out the waist region, after which I'll also cut out the hemline of the skirt. And this dress actually has an underskirt which is made out of a white cotton fabric. So I'm going to be bringing my white cotton fabric alongside, and then it is the same measurement as my beautiful cotton fabric here, and I'm going to be folding it diagonally just like I did for the pattern fabric. So this is the white fabric. I'm going to place my skirt on top of it. Remember, the length and then the width are same measurement as my main fabric piece, and I have the folded end of the skirt and the folded end of the white fabric facing the same direction. The pieces are also at this side. So what I'm going to do is I'll be extending the length of the white fabric, which is the underskirt. I'll be extending it by 2 inches on the hemline. So mark out 2 inches, and when you are done with this, you cut out the skirt piece for the white fabric. So I cut out the waist region, and I also cut out the hemline. So this is what the two pieces look like. The white is going to be the underskirt, and then the pattern fabric is going to be on top. So I'm going to fold in the hemline of the first piece of skirt, and I also fold in the hemline of the white piece as well. So I've done that, I folded it, and I decided to use a bias tape to just create a beautiful design at the bottom of the white fabric. So I have my two skirt pieces here, I place them on one another, and I also have my blouse here. I'm going to be stitching the blouse onto the skirt. So place the blouse right sides facing the right sides of the skirt, then I would stitch it down on the sewing machine, pleating the excess fabric at the waist region on the skirt. So I've done that, and I also set the rough edges. This is what the wrong side of the dress looks like. The next thing we are going to do is to create a placket for our button and our buttonholes. So let's set the dress aside. For the placket, I have here two long strips of fabric. The fabric has a width of 3 inches and a total length of 23 inches. So it should be long enough so it can cover the cutout we made at the front of both the skirt and then the top. So we are going to stitch this up on the sewing machine, folding the placket by 1 inch just as I have done here. Then you place it at the wrong side of the dress. So I'm going to place it, this is the wrong side of my dress, place it at the hemline. Then you are going to stitch this up on 1/2 inch on the sewing machine. So just watch the way I am stitching it up. Remember to stitch it up on 1/2 inch. So stitch up from the hem through to the neckline of the dress. Take your time to complete this process so the placket can come out very beautiful. So if you've watched up to this point, please do not forget to hit on the subscribe button if you find this tutorial helpful, and give us a thumbs up. We appreciate your comments. So it's important to take it very easy while you are stitching this up so the outcome can be very beautiful. Stitch this up on 1/2 inch, and we are stitching up from the wrong side. The right side of the placket is facing the wrong side of the dress. So we are stitching up from the hem towards the neckline of the dress. So I've stitched it up, and you turn it to the right side just as I'm doing, and fold in 1/2 inch of the placket inward. So fold it in this way to cover up the stitches we have at the front, and you stitch this down. So this is how to create the placket. I'll stitch down from the hem, keep the placket well folded so it doesn't shift away, and stitch down on 1/2 inch. Stitch very close to the end of the placket. So I'm stitching down from the hem to the neckline as well. So this is the neckline region. Fold in your placket and also stitch very close to the placket. So when you are done stitching, if you have excess fabric like I do, you need to trim it off. So I'll cut it off, cut out the excess fabric, and repeat the same process for the other side of the dress. So I've created a placket on both sides of the dress. This is what it looks like, and this is how gorgeous the dress came out. So the next thing to do is to clean the neckline of the dress. For that, I'll be using a bias strip that I made out of my fabric piece. The bias strip has a total width of 1.5 inches, and it should be long enough to be able to cover the entire neckline of the dress. So fold in the bias strip this way and then stitch down on the neckline. Then you also turn it inwards and then run a top stitch all around. So I've done that. I've completed the neckline. The dress is looking so gorgeous, very beautiful and very easy. I hope you agree with me that this is a very simple project that you can finish in less than an hour. So the last thing we are going to do is to create our buttonholes and then fix our buttons. So I have done that as well, and this is how gorgeous the dress looks like. Very cute, very easy to put together. Thank you so much for making time to watch this video. I hope you found this tutorial very helpful, and let me know if you want to see more tutorials while we are stitching it up on the sewing machine. Thank you for making time to watch. If you haven't subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button and do well to comment, give us a thumbs up and share the video with your friends. We'll see you in our next tutorial.